We got a couple more to do, and I mean it is what it is. There's a lot going on now. We're introducing numbers and negative numbers and stuff like that. So that reduces. I would say try to do this in smaller pieces, okay? Because you look at the big picture, it's way too much. So if you focus your attention on this, that's just reducing 20 over negative 10, or just what is 10 divided or 20 divided by negative 10? Well, it's negative 2. So let's do that. It's a negative 2, and where's that going to be located? Well, it's on top because the 20 was on top and the 10's on the bottom. So we've accounted for that. Now let's focus on the a. Okay, you've got an a by itself. That's to the first power, and you've got an a to the negative first on the bottom. So that stuff's in the wrong spot. It's got to move up. It becomes an a to the positive 1, but we already have an a to the positive 1. So now we've got a squared because there's 2 of them up top. Okay, well, we move on to the b's. Well, again, I'm generous enough to give you a b squared and a b squared. Those are gone because it's the same on top and bottom, but be careful. So anything b squared, or to the 6th, over b to the 6th, anything over itself is equal to 1. So that's why that goes away. That's why b to the 6th and b to the 6th are gone. It's not the same when you see c to the negative third and c to the positive third. Don't say, oh, wow, they need to be opposite signs so they cancel. No, this negative 3 does not cancel with the positive 3. It actually joins the positive 3 down here. So negative exponent means move it down. Negative coefficient means the answer is negative. Okay, but a negative exponent does not make a number negative. It just means move the c cubed down here. So you had c cubed. You now have another c cubed. When you combine them together, it is not c to the 9th. It is c to the 6th because you're adding them together when they get there. So the big picture here is a negative 2, a squared over c to the 6th power. So there's things. I'm going to leave these two for you to do on your own because we've covered pretty much everything. Maybe I'll give you a hint as to what to do there. But look at this. You've got a 9 out in front of an entire set of parentheses that is raised to a negative 2nd power. Well, keep in mind, if you just look at this, raising a power to another power, you're going to multiply those. So the nice thing about that is, you got to kind of look and see big picture here. When you raise this power to that power, the negatives are going to cancel each other out. Now, you could move the whole thing and then move them down individually, but if you look at stuff before you start digging in, it's a good idea. So this 9 on the bottom, I'm going to put it on the bottom, is going to be multiplied by an x to the 10th power. It was a negative 5 times a negative 2. Then it's going to be a y to the 6th power. And on top now, you've got 3 cubed, which is 27. Again, it's not 3 times 3, because that would be 9. But then look at this. This is 3 times 3, because when you raise a power to another power, you multiply the exponents. So for now, call that x to the negative 9th power. We have to do something with that. Then y, this is going to be y to the 12th, because 4 times 3. Now we've got to deal with the fact that this now needs to be reduced. Okay? Well, 9 goes into 27. And then remember, 9 was not affected by the negative because it's outside the parentheses. It was raised to the negative power. So 27 over 9 by itself, that becomes 3 over 1. So the top is going to be a 3. The bottom is a 1, which you don't necessarily need in the final answer, but it's a good thing to kind of keep track of the fact that you have a fraction. These 9 are misplaced. They need to move down here and be added to the 10. So you've got x to the 19th now. Okay, not 90th. You're moving them down and combining by addition. These 6 are going to be taken away from those 12. Remember subtraction if you've got it on top. And you could have subtracted here. Negative 9 minus 10 is negative 19. The negative 19, you move it to the bottom, becomes a positive 19. So there's, you can do it either way. There are multiple ways of getting this done. But 12 minus 6 is 6. It's a positive 6, so that's why the y would be left on top. That is, in fact, your final answer.